Hey guys, welcome back. And today we have a first for the channel. I'm going to be doing a what sold video. Been wanting to do this for a while, but never got a chance to do it. Finally had some time, so I figured why not. So before I get into it, I do want to show off 3 things that I got yesterday at the flea market. I have yet to show a flea market showing on this channel because every time I go there, it doesn't matter what flea market I go to, I've yet to find something worth getting. But yesterday was a different story. All right. As I'm actually walking back to the parking lot, because I walked the full flea market, found nothing. I'm like, okay, another miss at the flea market. Going back to my car in the parking lot, I see this on a rack. I look closer, and I say to myself, wow, a North Face fleece sweater at the flea market as winter's kicking in. Like finally something worth getting at the flea market. And then I look to my left, all right, and I see yet another fleece sweater from, yeah, you guessed it, North Face. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I asked the lady how much she wanted for these two, and she wanted 15 total. And at first I was a little nervous. I was like, I don't know if I want to spend 15 on these North Face fleece sweaters. But then I thought to myself, well, it is North Face. Winter's coming, and I could easily, well, maybe not easily, but I could probably target $30 each. 25 more likely, 20 if I'm desperate, which I don't see myself selling these things for 20 anytime soon, but let's just say that I did, right? Let's say I did worst case scenario. I went for 20, right? That's 40 there. And I did find one more thing, which is a dress shirt. Now, I don't normally get dress shirts. They're not really worth getting unless it's like something really good. And yeah, I don't know if I can get it up there. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I could probably get maybe 20 out of this, a Valentino dress shirt. So, like I said, 20 for each of these and 20 for this, that's 60. 15 for this, I spent $5 on this. So altogether, right here, these 3 right here cost me 20 bucks. And in worst case, I could sell all 3 of them individually for 20, 60. Worst case scenario, I'll take that anytime. All right. Best case, I could get like 90 or 80 out of it. But anyway, so let's get to the main part of the video, the what's sold portion. So let's go. So like I say, it's a whole week from last Monday to this Monday. All right, see. So the first thing that we have here that shipped was the Duluth trading shirt. Now I got a few of these. I've said in the video, it's a brand that I found out about maybe a couple weeks ago. All the Duluth shirts, the prices vary as far as like what I've spent to get them. Some I've spent $4, some I've spent $5, some $6. I definitely do not remember how much I spent on this, but I do know it was nothing more than $6. All right, so I'm not going to spend 7, 8, 9, 10 on a Duluth shirt. I'm just not, unless it's brand new with tags. That's different. But these U shirts, I'm going to guess I paid like $6 for it. But the fact that I sold it for $20 plus shipping, that's another thing. I don't do free shipping, all right? Because to me, I don't really see the need to, all right? I'm more comfortable having the buyer pay the shipping to wherever they are, So I feel if I offer a fair price, I feel comfortable them paying the shipping. So anyways, bought it for $6 most likely, and I sold it for $20, so solid deal there. Next up is the North Face sweater. Actually all of these, most of these sales have made an appearance in my videos. I'll talk more about that in a second. But this North Face sweater right here, I made a video about it. I found it at a Goodwill's bins. Now, I'm not going to get into the story too much because I mentioned it before. I got a whole video on that. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it. The Goodwill bins, crazy. But this is what I'm talking about. I don't understand how some people can just go through the bins throwing clothes up in the air. But that's what I'm talking about, right? That sweater right there, it was thrown in my direction because the person who was digging around didn't know what they were doing. They were just throwing stuff around. Landed next to me. I looked at it, saw it. Oh my God. $2 I spent for that, all right? I spent $2 on that, sold it for 22 bucks. So I made $20 profit, all right? Plus shipping, of course. So it's like, that's why I love going to the Goodwill bins. You just never know what you're going to find in there. Next up is a Patagonia men's organic cotton long sleeve plaid button down shirt, 20 bucks. Now Patagonia, just like Duluth, not a single shirt I have costs more than $10. Nothing. Especially Patagonia shirts. Patagonia shirts, I bought them, mostly all of them for between, I think the most expensive one I bought like $8 and below. All right, so this one I must have bought for, by looking at maybe $6, $8 as well. Sold it for 20, because that's pretty much my go-to rate. $19.97, 20 bucks for a decent shirt, get it out the door. Could I have priced it a bit higher, 25, 27? Probably. Would it have sold? Probably. Would it have sold this fast? Maybe, probably not. But that's my point. I'm always out there. I'm filling up my inventory so much so I can send this stuff out as fast as possible, right? I would rather sell 5 shirts fast than 1 shirt slow. But that's just me. Everybody's different. That's just my method. Get it out as fast as possible so I can use that money profit, go get more stuff, and just keep the whole thing going. Next is Untuck It. Like I said, so many of these brands I had no idea about. I only found them out because of doing the reselling, looking up online, seeing what's hot, what's not. Untuck It's another good example. This is a short sleeve button-down shirt. Untuck It, same thing as Patagonia and the Duluth. Never spent more than 10. Actually, to be honest, I don't think I ever found a shirt from Untuck It that was $10. I think the most expensive Untuck It shirt I've ever found was like $8, and that was definitely not it. So that had to have been like $5 or $6. And once again, as you see, it sold it for $19.97, $20 out the door. Next up is a Cool men's size large, and Cool. I've only found Cool like maybe once or twice. No, twice for sure, twice, yeah. And it's got the same value as the other ones, $20. Paid $6 or $7 for it, got it out. And of course, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these shirts here I got on sale, because a lot of my inventory I've got it on sale from thrift stores, Goodwills, wherever. So for all I know, some of these shirts I probably paid $2 or $3 for. Next up, now like I mentioned before, I do primarily sell clothes, but I have been known to sell other stuff that's not clothes related, such as this Hot Wheels 21 Nintendo Mario Kart gliders. Now that is something I bought way in the beginning before I even went towards clothes. Because I mentioned before, I've had an eBay store for a while, but I was never selling clothes. I was just selling like little things here and there. That I had found, and I thought in my head, because I was new, I didn't know much better, I thought it was worth something, thought it was more valuable than it was. Turned out it wasn't. So even though I sold it for $31, I didn't make the biggest profit there. If anything, I made like $5, I think, because I kept dropping the price just to get someone to buy it, to get it out, because it was just sitting around. But you know what? Lesson learned, right? Vineyard Vines long sleeve. Vineyard Vines, same deal. Didn't know anything about it until I started doing this reselling thing. Actually, that shit right there, I got like I think it was 4 or 5 days ago I got that. So that was a very fast sell. And as you can see, because I told you, $19.97 is my go-to rate. That one I dropped down to $17.97, and it sold within like a day or so, I believe. Quick, easy out the door. And the only reason I dropped it that low is because I remember getting that shirt for like $2, because it was like at a thrift store or something for like on sale, half off the whole store for whatever. Got it for $2, sold it for $18. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Next up, now this is an interesting one. This one has a little bit of a backstory. The Michael Kors jacket. That was actually one of my first purchases when I first started reselling clothes in general. I probably made the biggest rookie mistake any reseller or even shopper can do. Let's just bring everything into it. Because what I did basically, going through the racks, found that, saw the tag Michael Kors, saw that it was a jacket, threw it in the cart. I didn't look at it, I didn't inspect it, I didn't open it, I just grabbed it and threw it. Whether you're reselling, shopping for yourself, Christmas shopping, whatever it is. I think back and I say, why did I do that? Who does that? Who goes digging through a rack for clothes, sees something and just throws it in the cart or basket, whatever, without looking at it or without nothing? I to this day, I still don't know why I did it. The reason I'm bringing this up is because it wasn't until I got back that I realized that jacket was just full of defects. All right, it had 2 zippers on it. And I'm not talking about I know there's like a style with 2 zippers that works. It wasn't that. It was like 2 negative zippers, so the zipper couldn't work. The collar right here at the very top was a button. It had 2 negatives, so you couldn't button it. The holes on the side for the pockets to warm your hands, there's no pocket. On the outside, it looked like it was a pocket, but once you put your hands in, it was just a hole that just went through. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I believe I spent like $10 on that, thinking I was gonna flip it for like 50 or 40, and yeah, so I had to drop that thing all the way down to 15 just to get it out, because that's been sitting around a while too. But I did not trick anybody or anything. In the title, the photos, the description, I made sure whoever bought it knows this jacket has defects. It's got this, it's got that. So that's why I dropped it all the way down to 15. So maybe someone can fix it. So whoever bought this, right? Maybe they know how to fix it. Maybe they can take off one of those zippers and put on the proper one. The same thing with the button, so on and so forth. So if anything, you're just getting a Michael Kors jacket that's got a bunch of defects on it. Not my proudest moment. Moving up is the Gucci shirt. Yeah, I actually got that around the same time I got the Michael Kors jacket. I do remember it was $6. I got that for, and sold it for 55. And that's just, it proves more to my point that you just never know what you're gonna find at a Goodwill, thrift store, or wherever. I see a lot of videos out there, people showing their finds, when they're saying, "Look, I found this, I found that," and I always thought to myself, when is it gonna happen to me? When am I gonna have like an amazing find? And that right there, it happened. A Gucci shirt, so $55. So happy to get that one out. So like I said, you just never know what you're gonna find. Next up is the I don't even know how I still struggle with this his name. The only thing I do know is the last name. I learned how to pronounce the last name, which is Zania. First name Ermin Gildo. I don't know, Zania, whatever. Yeah, so that too. I spent I think like $6 for it. Got it out the door 18. I dropped it down to 18 just to get it out the door. Next up, now the Pokemon cards. This is something I've also had. I just had around for a while. I've been sitting around. I just listed it not that long ago. Simple basic card. Just get out the way. $13. No, $13.50. Just get out the door. Just give me the money. I'll spend that 13 and go buy like 2 shirts at Goodwill, or take it to the bins. Next up, same thing. As far as what I sell, a vintage hobnail milk glass Hurricane 3-way lamp. Look, I'm a sucker for a good lamp, and I know that's like, it sounds weird to say, but if I see a good lamp, I'm tempted to get it, and that was one of my very first finds. I do remember that too at a Goodwill, $10, sold it for 40. I'm assuming somebody's probably getting it for like Christmas or something, which is always like a good time to be reselling anyway. Christmas coming along, people can be buying stuff everywhere. So if you ever see lamps like that, don't think twice about it. In fact, I got another one like this on sale too, so hopefully that one sells equally as fast. Next up is the Eaton or Etten. I'm still not sure to pronounce it properly, but anyway, same deal. Bought it for like $5-6, sold it for 18, out the door. Next up, more Pokemon cards. Like I said, just have them sitting around. So price them at 18, get them out the door, take the 18, go buy a few shirts and sell those for 20. Actually, as a matter of fact, these Pokemon cards and the Eaton or Etten shirt actually sold today. I woke up, I was getting ready to go to the post office. Well, actually, first of all, that wraps up the what's sold. I'm getting ahead of myself. That wraps it up, guys. Not the craziest sales, but I like the fact that every week I'm selling a bigger quantity as time goes on, and I like the fact that I think in total, I think the price total was from last money to this money, like $340 total sales. Which I know when you say that, like a whole week's worth, like that's not like a lot, but for me, in perspective, that is amazing. The fact that I just started doing this, I have no experience doing this. I have no experience in clothes. I have no training, no education, no nothing. Just self-taught. Go on YouTube, go here, look, or go on eBay yourself, do your own research, see what sells, see what doesn't, see what's in demand, see what's not, see what's trending, see what's falling. Just learning all this stuff on my own. And just like that, I'm able to flip clothes, flip it. Like I said, not everything I get is going to be like that Gucci shirt, selling for $50-$60. Sometimes, yeah, it's going to be like those Zania shirts or whatever. I'm only going to sell for $18. And that's fine with me, all right? Because if I spend $15 and buy like 4 of those shirts and sell them all for 18 or $20, that's a nice profit. You just rinse and repeat, all right? So anyways, like I said, today the post office, when I woke up, I was getting everything ready to take it off, packaging everything up. My phone went off, said you sold the Pokemon card, you sold the Eaton or Etten shirt, whatever. So I threw those in the bag too. And in the thumbnail you guys saw, the box, that was the milk glass lamp. So happy to see it go. So like I said, $340 in sales in 1 week is not anything to brag about, but what I will brag about to myself is the fact that I just started doing this only a month ago with clothes, and look what I've done. All right, and that to me is amazing. And I thought to myself, what better way to celebrate after getting all that happening yesterday, gathering up all the sales, than to go today, which I did, back to the Goodwill bins, which you never know what you're gonna find there. It's just crazy. And I made 2 stops: the Goodwill bins and another regular Goodwill. All right, so Goodwill bins. All right, and a regular Goodwill. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.